Hi there. Today I want to talk to Tesla owners, and this is going to be a tough one, but we can do tough things. This is going to be hard, a tough conversation, but we can do this because I really want to talk about this isn't about anybody being a bad person. It's about how many of us are not aware of what is going on in our subconscious. You know, neuroscientists say that 99% of our thought happens on a subconscious level. And that is where all our creepy crawlies live. We have grown up in a society that is essentially quite racist, quite biased against a lot of things: races, genders, age, weight, height, lots of things. And those things live in our subconscious. They were drilled into us through our media, our teachers, our family, etc. So that's why I want to talk to Tesla owners, because we're seeing a lot of articles like this one, Trapped with a Tesla. Two of my dearest friends bought a Tesla just last year against advice. And now that's a problem because the real sale value is in the toilet. 99% of Germans, for example, say they will never buy a Tesla. It's going to get harder to repair them because Tesla is the most recalled brand and has been for a very long time. And if regulators stop watching Tesla, then those recalls won't be covered anymore. The owners will be paying for them. There's going to be a lot of difficulties in being a Tesla owner, even besides the fact that sometimes they're getting defaced, which I do not support. But here's the thing. For years now, Tesla has been credibly accused, and even found to be racially discriminating, racially harassing its black workers especially. And my question for you, without any shame, is if you bought a Tesla since, say, 2020, 2021, why didn't all the reporting about racial discrimination and harassment bother you? Because there's been a lot of it. It's not like the reporting hasn't happened. It's extremely unlikely that you haven't seen it. And so I feel like this is a really good opportunity to come to face with some of the unconscious biases that live in our minds that influence us in ways that we don't even realize. Because many of the people that bought Teslas are also people who support progressive values, who support equity, who don't support discrimination at all. And yet all of the reporting, and there's been a lot of it, on racial discrimination, harassment, the settlements for millions in lawsuits against their workers, their contractors, the United States government suing Tesla for racial harassment, that didn't register. And again, this is a really teachable moment. Nobody's watching you. This is just a time for self-reflection. If you bought a Tesla since, say, 2020, 2021, then you probably saw reporting on all of this horrific behavior on the part of Tesla managers and owners, and it didn't bother you enough to make the car unattractive. There has been so much reporting. So again, I'm not calling anybody out. This is in the privacy of your own home or wherever it is you are looking at this video on your phone. I just want you to take a moment and ask yourself why it didn't bother you. It bothered me, but I'm African American. And there's a lot of research showing that these kind of stories, the fact that marginalized groups are getting harassed, mistreated, don't register in the minds of people who are members of the majority or see themselves as members of the majority. And so I just wanted to take this moment to point this out. If you bought a car since a Tesla from 2020, you very likely saw one of the thousands of stories about racial bias, discrimination, harassment, being screamed the N-word while they're at work. I mean, if you look through the things that actually happened in Tesla factories, it's pretty horrific. And so just today, just take a moment and ask yourself, why didn't that dissuade me? Why didn't I remember those stories? When I went into wherever it was where I bought my Tesla, why didn't those things come to mind? And if they did come to mind, why didn't I care? Just a question for you. I know it's tough. We can do hard things. We can. Have a great one. And as always, please be kind.